Welcome back, dear students, to video number 4 for chapter 3 of Science Standard 7. In the previous video, we discussed about a few properties of soil texture. Let us continue. Now we are going to discuss about something known as soil structure. The structure of soil depends upon the different shapes of particles in it. Soil occurs in the form of columnar, laminar, granular, as well as blocked shape structures. As you can see in the pictures shown to you, different types of or different shapes of particles. Importance of soil structure. The fertility of soil depends upon soil structure. The advantages of good soil structure are as follows. Roots get a sufficient supply of oxygen. Water drainage is good. Therefore, the roots of plants grow well. Uses of soil. First one, plant conservation. To help plants grow. Water conservation. Soil holds water. As a result, by means of bunds and lakes, we can get water for our use throughout the year. And third one, plasticity. Soil can be given any required shape. This property of soil is called plasticity. Because of its plasticity, we can use it to make articles of a variety of shapes. These articles can be baked to make them hard. Earthen pots to store water, earthen lamps, idols, bricks, etc. are articles made from soil. Some useful types of soil. The first one, china clay, which I am sure you have heard about. It is also called as kaolin. This is white in color. It is used to make crockery, means plates of bone china, then cups and all such things. They are known as crockery. Bathroom tiles, tanks, laboratory apparatus, jars, etc. This picture shows china clay. Second one is called as shadow soil. It is whitish in color. It is used for making statues and idols. This picture shows shadow soil. Third one, terracotta soil. This soil is red in color. Decorative articles and pots used for growing plants are made from this soil. So terracotta soil looks something like this. This is like clay. And fourth one, multani soil, also known as fuller's earth. This soil is used in cosmetics. It looks something like this. So these are some useful types of soil: china clay, shadow soil, terracotta soil and multani soil. Next, what we are going to study about is known as soil testing. Now, what exactly is this? The proportion of various ingredients of the soil can be determined by soil testing. Means what is present in that particular soil. we come to know by testing that soil. During soil testing, the soil is examined for color, texture, and the proportion of organic matter in it. Soil is tested to find out if there is a deficiency of any ingredients and to decide what measures should be taken to improve or to remove the deficiency. Now, how exactly is this soil tested? The soil sample collected for testing is dried in an open space in shade for 8 to 10 days. It is then sifted through a sieve. Sieve is a strainer. Two tests, namely the pH and the electrical conductivity tests, are particularly useful in find out the characteristics of soil. So these two tests are then performed on that sieved soil or sifted soil. The fertility of the soil in the fields can also be determined using these tests. So using these tests, we come to know how much fertile a particular soil is. Now, the Danish scientist Sorensen put forth the concept of pH based on concentration of hydrogen ions. To determine the pH of soil, a mixture of water and soil in proportion 1:2, that means 1 parts of water and 2 parts of soil, is taken and tested using several indicators. Indicators are chemicals. Accordingly, soil may be found to be one of the following three types. First one, if the pH is less than 6.5, then that soil is known as acidic soil. Second one, if the pH is in between 6.5 to 7.5, then such a soil is known as neutral soil. And third one, the pH is higher than 7.5, then such a soil is known as alkaline soil. This is picture of scientist Sorensen, and this is how a pH scale looks like. If you see, they have shown over here that in between, that is 5.5, below that is over here it is shown acidic, and above 9 over here is shown as highly alkaline, and in between it is shown as neutral. Between 8 and 9 also they have said that it is alkaline. So neutral soil, my dear students, is ideal pH for plant growth. And below that there are certain deficiencies. Above also there are certain deficiencies. Now, causes of diminished soil fertility. Why does soil lose its fertility? What are the causes? The first one, soil pH less than 6 or higher than 8. So you have to remember this. Soil whose pH is less than 6 and higher than 8, it is less fertile. Low proportion of organic matter. If organic matter present in that particular soil is less, then it is less fertile. No proper drainage of water. If water does not drain properly, then that soil is also less fertile. For example, over here is clay soil. Clay soil water does not drain properly, so that soil is less fertile. Repeated cultivation of the same crop. Now over here what happens is, if we in a particular field, if we keep on cultivating or if we keep on planting the same crop, that particular crop is going to take the same amount of nutrients or a particular type of nutrients, and that soil will lack those nutrients then. So that is why something known as, farmers use something called as crop rotation. Means they, you in a year they plant 2-3 types of crops in that same field. You'll study about it in detail a little later. Continuous use of saline water or salty water. If we use salty water for to water the plants, that those salts then they stay in the soil and they make the soil more, more salts are present. Such a soil is less fertile. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Now this is harmful. It makes the soil less fertile. Always remember, soil texture is disturbed if chemical fertilizers are used excessively and that land becomes unsuitable for sowing. Crops should be rotated in order to maintain the fertility of the land. Crop rotation means planting 2-3 types of crops in a same year. For example, the fertility of land decreases after a harvesting of wheat. Hence, leguminous crops like peanut, moong, moth bean, pea, lentil, Bengal gram, soybean, etc. should be cultivated. Either of these, not all together, should be cultivated to restore the fertility of the soil. So what does a farmer who harvests or who plants wheat, what does he do? After harvesting wheat, he plants either of these, peanut, moong, moth bean, etc., so that the fertility of the soil is or land is maintained. My dear students, with this we finish this chapter 3. And what all did we study in this chapter? Properties of natural resources. We discussed what are natural resources, various types of natural resources, and we discussed 3 natural resources in detail. Those are air, water and soil. We saw properties of air, we discussed various activities, then we went on to discuss about water. We saw properties of water, we discussed what is density of water, then we saw anomalous behavior of water, and we went on to discuss uses of water. Then we saw soil, properties of soil, soil texture, is its structure, importance of soil structure, uses, some useful types of soil, soil testing, and what are the causes of diminished soil fertility. My dear students, this is all for now. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.